There's a moment every June where the calendar says summer, but the house still feels like it's stuck in March. The closets are full of sweaters you don't need anymore. The patio furniture has a layer of pollen on it, and somewhere in a kitchen drawer there's a half-used tube of sunscreen from 3 summers ago. If you've felt that little disconnect between the season outside and the house around you, that's exactly what we're fixing in this video. I'm John Marcus, and on this channel we focus on small, doable changes that make daily life easier. Not big projects, not expensive renovations, just smart little shifts that add up. And the 10 ideas I'm walking through aren't going to cost you a dime. They're all things you already own, sitting in a closet, a drawer, or a corner of your garage, just waiting to be put to better use. Before we get into it, if this is your first time here, sticking around and subscribing means you won't miss the rest of this series. We've got a whole run of these seasonal setups coming. And if even one of these ideas saves you a trip back into the house this summer, drop a comment and tell me which one. I read every single one. All right, let's get into the house. Setting the stage. One quick walkthrough. Before you touch a single drawer, do this one thing first. Take 5 minutes and walk your house and yard with a notepad, or even just your phone, and jot down every spot where summer stuff tends to pile up. The patio table, the mudroom bench, that basket by the door. You're not organizing yet, you're just noticing. This little walkthrough is the difference between organizing randomly and organizing on purpose, and it takes almost no time at all. Once you've got your list, you'll start to notice something. Most of the clutter isn't really too much stuff. It's stuff with no home. So as we go through each of these ideas, the goal is simple. Give everything a spot and put that spot somewhere it actually gets used. The hydration station that does more than you'd think. Let's start somewhere that matters more than people realize. As we get older, our bodies are slower to signal thirst, even when we genuinely need fluids. And that's especially true once the temperature climbs. So a self-serve drink station isn't just a nice touch for guests. It's a gentle nudge for you and everyone in your house to actually drink enough during the hottest months. Here's the easy version. Grab a tray, a pitcher, or even just a big jug, and set it up somewhere central, your kitchen counter, your porch table, wherever you naturally pass by. Fill it with water, add some sliced lemon or cucumber if you've got it, and keep a stack of cups nearby. The trick is visibility. If it's sitting right there, you'll reach for it without even thinking. If it's in the back of the fridge behind 3 other things, it might as well not exist. If you spend time outside in the afternoon, consider a second mini version for the porch or patio. Even a small cooler with ice and a few bottles works. Less walking back and forth means more time actually relaxing and more consistent hydration throughout the day. A shaded, comfortable seating zone. Now that you've got something to drink, you need somewhere comfortable to enjoy it. And this one's about more than comfort. It's about safety, too. And the hottest part of the day, usually late morning through mid-afternoon, is when heat-related issues are most likely to creep up on us. So rather than fighting that, the smart move is to set up a shaded spot that becomes your go-to for those hours. Look around your yard or porch for the spot that gets shade for the longest stretch of the day, under a tree, beside the house, under an umbrella or awning. Move a comfortable chair there, maybe a small side table for your drink and a book, and that's it. You've just created a low-effort retreat that encourages you to be outside without being in direct sun during the riskiest hours. And here's a nice bonus. Once that spot is set up and inviting, you'll naturally start using mornings and evenings, the cooler parts of the day, for anything more active, like a short walk or some light gardening, simply because your relax zone is already calling your name for the warmer hours. It sort of organizes your day for you. One basket to rule your sun protection. Quick show of hands. How many of you have sunscreen in the bathroom, sunscreen in the car, sunscreen in a beach bag somewhere, and an after-sun lotion you haven't seen since last August? This is one of those areas where a tiny bit of consolidation saves a surprising amount of frustration. Grab a basket, a bin, or even an old tote bag, and do a sweep through your house. Bathroom cabinet, kitchen drawer, car glove box, hall closet. Pull every sunscreen, bug spray, after-sun lotion, and citronella candle you find and put it all in one place. While you're at it, check the dates. Sunscreen does expire, and using one that's past its prime won't give you the protection you think it's giving you, so toss anything that's old or mostly empty. Once it's all together, keep that basket near your door, the same door you use to head outside. From now on, before anyone steps out, that basket is the first stop. No more digging, no more, "Where did I put that?" Just grab and go. Closet and drawer swap. Dressing for the season. You're actually in. Here's a switch that takes maybe 20 minutes but changes how your whole closet feels. Right now, there's a good chance your closet still has heavier clothes, sweaters, thicker layers, maybe even a coat or two, front and center, while the lighter, breathable stuff is buried in the back or in a storage bin somewhere. Our breathable fabrics like cotton and linen aren't just more comfortable in the heat, they actually help your body manage temperature more effectively than heavier synthetic blends. So the goal here is simple. Bring those lighter pieces forward and tuck the heavier ones toward the back or into a bin under the bed. You don't need to do your entire wardrobe in one sitting. Even just moving your most worn summer pieces, a couple of short-sleeve shirts, lighter pants, a sun hat, to the front of the closet means every morning starts a little easier, because what you reach for first is what actually makes sense for the weather. And while you're in there, this is a great moment to do the same thing with bedding. Our swapping a heavier comforter for a lighter sheet or light blanket can make a noticeable difference in how well you sleep on warm nights, and it costs nothing if you already have both on hand. The entryway, your summer command center. If there's one spot in the house that quietly runs your whole day, it's the entryway, and most of ours are still set up for winter well into June. Boots by the door, heavy coats on the hooks, gloves in a basket. None of that is doing you any favors right now. Take those winter items and move them to a closet, a bin, or even just a different room, anywhere out of the main path. In their place, put what you'll actually use, a light jacket for cooler evenings, sun hats, sunglasses, that sun protection basket we just talked about, and a pair of easy slip-on shoes or sandals for quick trips outside. And this matters more than it sounds like it would, especially if mobility or balance is something you're managing. Wet patios, garden hoses, and uneven steps are common summer trip hazards, and having the right footwear right at the door, rather than having to search for it, means you're less likely to grab whatever's closest when you just want to step outside for a minute. Go bags, ready before you even think about it. This next one is something I picked up from a few of you in the comments actually, and I loved it so much I had to include it. The idea is a go bag, a small bag that's already packed with everything you'd need for a quick outing, sitting by the door, ready whenever you are. For most of us, that bag might include a refillable water bottle, your sunglasses, a hat, any medications you take regularly or might need on the go, a small first aid item or two, and maybe a light scarf or wrap for air-conditioned spaces. The whole point is that when a friend calls and says, "Want to come sit on the porch for a bit," or "Let's go for a drive," you're not spending 10 minutes gathering things. You just grab the bag and go. If you've got grandkids who visit often, a second small bag with their essentials, sunscreen, a hat, maybe a favorite small toy, saves you from scrambling every time they show up unannounced, which, let's be honest, happens more than we plan for. The snack and light meal zone. When it's warm out, heavier meals can feel like the last thing you want, and that's actually pretty common as temperatures rise. Appetite naturally dips a bit in the heat. But skipping meals altogether isn't the answer, since keeping your energy and hydration up matters just as much in summer as any other season. The fix is a designated light bites zone in your kitchen, one shelf or one section of the counter where you keep things that require zero cooking. Think cut-up fruit, crackers, cheese, nuts, yogurt, that sort of thing. When everything is grouped together and visible, you're far more likely to grab a small, nourishing snack throughout the day instead of either overdoing it at one big meal or skipping food because cooking feels like too much. If you've got a small cooler or insulated bag, you can even take this zone outside with you to that shaded seating spot we set up earlier. Nothing fancy, just food that's easy to reach. So eating enough during the day doesn't become one more thing on your to-do list. Low-effort greenery. Plants that basically take care of themselves. If you enjoy having plants around but bending, kneeling, and hauling watering cans isn't your favorite part of the day anymore, there's good news. Raised containers and pots at waist or counter height let you enjoy gardening, the fresh air, the little bit of routine, the satisfaction of watching something grow without the strain on your back and knees. For watering, here's a free trick that works surprisingly well. Take an empty plastic bottle, poke a few small holes in the cap, fill it with water, and stick it upside down into the soil next to your plant. It slowly releases water over a day or two, so even if you forget, your plants don't suffer for it. If you've got a cluster of pots near each other, a few of these bottles can cover the whole group. And if even that feels like more than you want to manage, there's nothing wrong with a few realistic artificial plants in pots on the porch. They give you that same green lived-in feel without any upkeep at all, and honestly, from a few feet away, most people can't tell the difference. The wet stuff drop zone. Anyone who spends time outside in summer knows the problem. Wet towels, damp swimsuits, hose-soaked gardening gloves, all ending up draped over chairs, doorknobs, and railings because there's nowhere else for them to go. The solution costs almost nothing. A few hooks, the kind that hang over a door or even just nailed into a fence post or the side of your shed, give every wet item an obvious place to dry. Put them somewhere just outside your door and suddenly there's no more guessing about where the damp stuff goes. It dries in the sun, it's out of the way, and your patio chairs stay dry and usable. If your outdoor furniture cushions tend to get damp from morning dew or a quick rain, a fabric protector spray, the kind meant for outdoor use, can help water bead off rather than soak in so you're not constantly bringing cushions in and out. A little joy zone, just for you now. This last one isn't really about cleaning or tidying at all. It's about making sure summer actually feels like summer. Gather up the things that genuinely make you happy in warm weather. Maybe that's a deck of cards, a stack of books you've been meaning to read, a puzzle, or a pair of binoculars for watching the birds in your yard. Put all of it in one basket or on one shelf near your favorite outdoor seat. The idea is that when you've got a quiet afternoon, the hardest part, gathering everything together, is already done. You just sit down and the activity is right there waiting for you. A lot of folks find that something as simple as birdwatching from a shaded porch becomes one of their favorite parts of the whole season. It's calm, it doesn't require much, and it gives you a reason to sit outside a little longer each day. If that sounds appealing, even a basic pair of binoculars and a small notebook to jot down what you spot can turn an ordinary afternoon into something you look forward to. Here's the thread that runs through every single one of these. Less searching, less hauling, less deciding, so there's more time for the parts of summer that actually matter to you. None of these ideas require buying anything new, and most of them take less than half an hour to set up. If you try even 2 or 3 of these this week, I'd love to hear how it goes. Leave a comment and let me know which one made the biggest difference for you. And if this kind of practical, no-cost approach to organizing is useful to you, give this video a like so more folks dealing with the same summer scramble can find it, and consider subscribing so you don't miss what's coming next. Take care of yourselves out there and enjoy the season. You've earned it.